Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to United States History Through Film, through Canvas. Now, because taking this class will be a little bit different through Canvas and in person, here are some of the technical instructions for using this class in Canvas and some of the expectations for the class. Now, the first day of class, you should obviously click on this link, which will take you to an important announcement describing what to do in class our first day. Indeed, every day in class, you can click on the announcements button over here, or you can click on the marquee image at the top of the home page to get to our announcements. You should check this each day as it will say what to do in class that day. As you can see, the first day of class you will need to attend a Zoom meeting. You may need to download something the first time you do this, but it's not too hard to use. If you do have trouble, please email me right away, and I'll help as much as I can. And here are a couple videos for you to watch, including this video, in case you want to watch it twice. Now, the announcements will typically point to an assignment of some kind, although not today. Today your assignment, of course, is to log into Zoom, and you do need, at least for now, to log into Zoom every day, usually at the beginning of class. Many days it will be a brief check-in to make sure everyone is here, and so I can take attendance. There will be some days when we'll have a discussion of some length during the Zoom meeting. Normally it will be at the beginning of class, sometimes it will be partway through class. Either way, the time you need to log into the Zoom meeting will be in the announcement for that day. Many days will open up with an assignment, which will be linked to through the announcement for the day, or you can find over here on the left where it says assignments. For example, our first assignment should be to watch the last, pardon me, I got ahead of myself there. The first assignment will be found again through a link in the first announcement, and that will be to learn about The Last of the Mohicans, a movie that we'll use to watch or learn about the French and Indian War. And there'll be a link to a page with a lecture introducing The Last of the Mohicans as a movie and talking about the French and Indian War that it illustrates. You can watch the video lecture by me, or you can read the lecture notes, or both. You might choose to read the lecture notes while listening to me talk about it. And then, once you have watched the video lecture, there will be directions for watching the movie, and that will be in a separate announcement. Some movies can be found online in various ways. There will be directions for each specific film when the time comes. Most movies will have an assignment to go with them, again linked through the announcement. The assignment for Last of the Mohicans, for example, and for most, is a video worksheet, which you can log into through Google, or you can print out the worksheet by going to the Files section. Here, for example, is the worksheet for Last of the Mohicans. If you print it out, you can complete it by hand and then submit it with a scan or a photograph. There will also be tests from time to time, which you'll be able to find at the announcement link, or there will be a quizzes button here on the left. Again, reminds you to click on the announcements, and there will also be discussions. Now, the first week of class, I would like you to go and make an introduction for yourself. You're also welcome at any point to ask questions about the class in this discussion group. There will be a discussion section too for each movie that we watch. And the purpose of the discussion section for each movie is so that you can talk with one another about the movie. You can ask me questions about the movie. You can ask each other questions about the movie. Sometimes the movie does go quickly, and people have questions about the video worksheet. You can assist each other through the discussion board. Also, when the movie's done, I will help you with any questions that you had trouble with. But hopefully you'll be able to work most of them out for yourself. For one thing, watching the movies at home, you will hopefully be able to back up and watch anything that you had trouble with. And that's something you can do on your own time, or you can do it during the scheduled class period. I'll make sure that there's enough time scheduled during each class period that you can watch the movies entirely during the scheduled class time. There will be a couple days this week set aside for you to watch the movie on your own. All you have to do during class time is log in to the Zoom meeting. There's a class schedule. We are still working on. And the class schedule will give you a calendar for the course, give you links to the lessons that we saw earlier about the movies that we're going to watch, and occasionally links to other important information as well. And this will be updated over the course of the semester. In the Files section to the left, as I've already pointed out, we'll have links to all our lecture notes, as well as the video worksheets, and to the PowerPoints that will accompany the lectures. As you can see, they may be slow to load, but they are here. Although again, if you watch the video lecture, you will see the same PowerPoints. If you go to the top folder, you'll also see a file for a parent letter. It is very important that you print out this letter and have your parents sign it. And some of the movies that we watch will be rated R, and this is simply because these are the best way to illustrate whatever topic we are talking about. That they are not to shock or trouble you, but because each is the best way to illustrate a particular topic. Particularly, that will be the case when we look at some wars in American history, although we're not going to focus too much on specific war movies, as you can find that in Science Hill's War in American Society class. Again, you need to print this out, have your parents sign it, or print their name and sign and date, and please indicate whether they grant or decline permission to watch a rated R film. If you don't have permission to watch them, we'll find something else for you to do. But please get that signed and turned in as soon as possible. If you have no way whatsoever to print that out, you can have your parents handwrite a note and email that to me. You can scan it or take a photograph and again email that to me. We do, of course, have some expectations for the class, which can be found through this link. Also has a link to the master schedule. Here I introduce myself. I've taught Science Hill since 2003. I've taught this class since 2019, the 2018-19 school year, being the first year that this class was offered. I also teach AP US History. I've taught a number of other classes at Science Hill, and have taught at ETSU and Northeast State in the past. I'm a graduate of Science Hill and a graduate of many other universities, which you can see by the rings that I wear as the resume you get when I shake my hands, or shake your hand, pardon me. You can contact me through email, through the school. I have a personal email address which you can send as well. And in case Canvas is ever not working, you can visit this web page, which also has the schedule and notes for U.S. history through film, which is meant to watch movies, learn about U.S. history. You will need some way to get access to the internet. Most of our work will be worksheets, although there are some assignments, such as an introductory message you should post on the discussion board, and having that parent letter signed is an assignment as well. Please turn your work in by its due date. If you have any technical problems or you're sick or something like that, let me know and we'll work it out. We'll use the standard grading scale as required by school policy and state law. When we meet in class, we'll have a number of rules that we'll discuss in greater detail should we get to be together. But one rule, or a couple rules are important, of course, at all times. In particular, be respectful of others when we're having Zoom meetings or discussions on discussion boards. Another way to look at that is the Latin phrase quid pro quo, which loosely translates as something for something. An encouragement to treat others as you would wish to be treated. And a reminder that what you get out of the class is very definitely related to what you put into it. That's particularly the case for an online course where so much really is up to you, taking charge of your own education. We encourage you to practice academic honesty. You're allowed to assist each other with the video worksheets. Indeed, I encourage it. I encourage you to take your tests on your own. There'll be principally multiple choice, but there will be a writing assignment on most tests as well, and the tests will be timed. So please keep that in mind. I'll usually leave tests open for 24 hours. You can do them as best fits your schedule, but once you actually start the test, you must finish it within a set amount of time. If you need help, please email me, and I will do all that I can. If you need help with remote learning, there's a link here to the Johnson City Schools handbook for that. And this is the first time we've taught this class online, at least as I record this in August of 2020. And so some things will be adjusted as we go through it. But I thank you for taking the class. I think we'll have a lot of fun together. If there's anything I can do for you, please let me know.